Welcome to Functional Horsemanship. I'm doing this post for Courtney, who wrote me about a problem she thinks she has with her horse, who's always anticipating her. She said that when she rides him in the arena, that the horse will anticipate turning left or turning right before she's ready, or gives him the cue. And there could be several reasons for that. One is if you're riding and you're doing the same pattern time and time again, the horse gets used to it. Maybe he's anticipating that same turn that you've done over and over again. It could be the fact that you become just a passenger on that horse and you're not riding him. You're not keeping him between your legs and the reins, and you're not really engaged with him, so he kind of goes where he wants to go. Another reason is your cues may not be solid enough or clear enough to the horse. Another reason, probably the biggest reason, may be that if he's always turning in one direction or the other to get back to the barn, his stall, or his buddies, then maybe he's a little barn sour or buddy sour, or maybe he's heading back to that arena gate. So it's no accident that I'm down here at the arena gate side of my arena doing this exercise. If I get a barn sour horse, I'm going to make most of his work at this end, and then give him his rest down here. I may even ride him to the far end of the arena, stop, give him a break, get off him, loosen the cinch before I bring him in. I just don't want him to be constantly trying to be focused on getting out and getting back to his stall or his feed or his buddies. One thing you can do to make sure your cues are straight and to reestablish the fact that horse needs to turn when and where you want him to is to keep doing turns in a non-specific pattern. I got 8 cones up here. They're kind of in a circle. Every set of 2 cones together that's like a gate. This is an exercise I saw Craig Cameron do. He calls it north, south, east, and west. And there's a whole bunch of different things you can do. You can ride circles around here. You can lope circles. You can enter the circle via the gate. You can stop, back up. You can exit via the gate. Lots of different things you can do within this pattern. And again, I put it down at the arena, at the gate side of my arena, to make that gate area more work for the horse, so it becomes less of a biform or a draw to get to this gate. So when you're doing this, Courtney, you want to make sure that your cues are straight. So as you're riding the horse, you're going to turn him left or turn him right. For instance, if I want to turn him right or in this direction, which is my right, your left as you're looking at it, I may overemphasize tipping his head like this. I'm going to keep my inside leg in that neutral position, and my outside leg, the drive leg, is going to put a little bit of pressure on his back end to help push him through that turn. So I'm going to overemphasize my cues in order to make sure he understands what I want, and then I can start to be more subtle with him. So this exercise at a jog, may look like this. I'm going to tip his head, outside leg in. If I feel him wanting to go one way or the other, I may intentionally take him the opposite way. Here, change things up. Again, change things up. Change things up. So what you saw me doing is just going around in a really mindless direction, changing directions to turn, get him used to listening to me, making sure my cues are real solid, that he has no problem understanding them. And again, all I'm going to do is, lift that rein, open that shoulder area up, kind of tip his head slightly in that direction. I want to move him around my inside leg, so my inside leg is going to stay really in the neutral position. And then as I'm turning him, my outside leg, just going to, in that back end there right behind that rear stitch, is just going to put a little emphasis on him to keep momentum through that turn. So Courtney, I hope that works. I think, again, the things to remember are, make sure you don't develop a buddy sour or barn sour horse. Make sure your cues are straight on your turns. And make sure that, if he does that, if he wants to turn one direction or the other, take him the opposite direction. He'll soon be listening to you, especially if you give him a fair deal. Hope this helps. This is Functional Horsemanship, and you have a safe journey now.